Hi everybody. In today's video, I would like to show off the Power Rangers Lightning Collection in Space team. Hopefully you all have a good sense of humor with what you're seeing in front of you. I wanted to stand the heads up so you could get a better look at all the different head sculpts, but it is pretty much impossible to get Carlos and Cassie's head sculpts to stay upright. And I didn't want some to be upright and others not to be, so I just put them on their sides. So, hopefully you think that this is funny and not too offensive, considering these are kind of like a bunch of severed heads laying around. But, it's kind of become a joke among the Lightning Collection crowd that, the head sculpts, when they're just kind of sitting around loose in a box, kind of just looks like a bunch of heads rolling around. And, some of these head sculpts are pretty good. Some of them could be better. And I think most of them are good. I just don't know if they really look like the actual actors, But, whatever. Let's start with the leader, Andros, the red in-space ranger. So, of course, he came in a 2-pack with his sister, Astronema. And what I did is I actually gave him a lightning effect from one of the Tengas. I just thought that it looked cool like this with the white kind of lightning effect coming off of his weapon. And yeah, I mean, this figure has been around for quite a while, and I'm sure a lot of you have this figure. Looks great. The paint and everything on these have pretty much been spot on. I've actually been really, really happy with the quality of the in-space team. It did take us a little while to complete the team, but I think the wait was probably worth it. So the next figure that we got from this team is Ashley, the yellow in-space ranger. And she looks good. I just think that, the yellow on gold is, a little hard to see. And then I really like the lightning effect that comes with her weapon. It's obviously very specialized for her weapon. It kind of plugs right in there to the end, and then it's like a arrow is kind of firing out. So it's pretty cool. Then the next figure that we got is the in-space Black Ranger. So here is Carlos. This one looks really cool because, the black on white effects really look good. And then speaking of effects, his lightning effect, this little kind of swoosh effect in the pinkish purple color, that I think is really, really cool. It can be tough, his weapon is really long and, sometimes it knocks other figures down, so you got to be really careful about that if you're going to pose him with everybody else, because that lunar lance likes to kind of knock everybody right down. So the next figure is, of course, TJ, our red Turbo Ranger, who was then made into the blue in-space Ranger. TJ is definitely a fan favorite, definitely one of the best Red Rangers, one of the best leaders. And I really think that this figure is probably my favorite of the team, of the set. I think the shade of blue is really, really well done. The head sculpt's pretty good. Again, I don't know if it really looks like the actor, but it's still a good head sculpt. It doesn't, look weird or anything. And the paint on this figure is just so great. I mean, this figure just looks amazing. So I was really happy to get this figure. The weapon I think is a little small. I think they could have definitely given him a larger weapon. And then this lightning effect I actually stole from the Billy figure, the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger figure. So this is actually the lightning effect that goes with Billy. But I thought it looked really cool with TJ's weapon. So that's what I did. And then finally, we have In Space Pink. So here is Cassie, the latest figure or the newest figure from the In Space team. And again, I feel like they kind of got better and better as the figures went along, because the paint on this figure is amazing. They fixed the white on the shoulders, which I thought was great. I think we were all very happy about that. And that weapon effect, that lightning effect, is incredible. I mean, that just looks so amazing on her weapon. And, it's funny because I really tend, just like I don't pose the figures with their civilian heads, I also tend not to pose them with any lightning effects. And I just think that the In Space team with these effects just look amazing. I really, I was so excited to finish a team, and, they look great together. They look fantastic. So, I feel like I'm missing something here. Isn't there another member of this team? I'm pretty sure that this guy is also part of this team. So, little surprise here. I also managed to get a silver In Space Ranger. So here is Zane. Here's his weapon with the lightning effect. And again, this figure looks amazing. I love the silver plastic they use. The paint on the chest with the green squares looks great. The head sculpt is amazing. And yeah, he is an awesome figure. And he looks great with the whole team. So you might be wondering, well, why didn't you have his head sculpt? Well, his head sculpt is occupied right now. So this is the Psycho Silver Ranger, which, if you watched the show, you know it was actually Zane pretending to be an evil Psycho Ranger to trick the other Psycho Rangers. And it was really, really a great episode. It was a great TJ episode. It was a great Zane episode. The Psycho Rangers, probably one of the best team of villains in the entire Power Rangers franchise. And I like posing Zane like this. Because I just think that, that whole episode with him, like, being in disguise, and a lot of, you see him, like, take off the helmet and stuff, and I think this really looks great. So this is actually the face sculpt that came with the regular In Space Silver Ranger, which I think is a much, much better face sculpt. And as a matter of fact, I cannot find the face sculpt that came with the Psycho Silver and Blue Ranger 2-pack. So that's how these guys came. They also came in a 2-pack, just like with Andros and Astronema. And yeah, I don't know what happened to that head sculpt. The head sculpt that came with the Silver Psycho Ranger was, in my opinion, not a good head sculpt at all. Just did not like that one. So, one of the things I was most excited about getting the Psycho, or the regular In Space Silver Ranger, was this head sculpt. I thought it looks much better, and I think it looks great posed as the Psycho Silver Ranger. So there is, I guess we'll just leave both Zanes out here, and there's our team. So if you were curious about how they look with some other Power Rangers, here is the Dino Charge Green Ranger, which came in the same wave as Cassie, the pink In Space Ranger. And then also in this wave was Tanya, the yellow Zeo Ranger. So you could see that they all look great together. I mean, obviously they scale together. They look fantastic together. And I do have the Phantom Ranger figure, which was the fourth figure of the wave. And I left him in the packaging because I'm doing a thing where I'm getting, the Sixth Rangers or the Extra Rangers or whatever you want to call them. I'm getting a set of those just mint in package without taking them out. So that's where he is. I'm just going to probably not get a second Phantom Ranger. I mean, if I see one, I may pick one up, but I'm not going to go crazy trying to get another Phantom Ranger. And then here is Rocky, the metallic Red Ranger. And actually what might look nice is if you wanted to compare, so you have like this nice silvery plastic for Zane compared to the metallic plastic. So those look pretty good. And then if you want to just compare red with red, so there's the regular red versus the metallic red. So yeah, that looks cool. And then just for another sense of scale, if you want to compare a Lightning Collection figure with a Marvel Legend, you can see they are very much in line with each other, totally in scale, 6-inch scale figures made by the same company. And what's really great about this is I've made several custom figures, and you can swap out heads and parts for Power Rangers and Marvel Legends. That's how I was able to create the majority of my Mighty Morphin civilian Power Rangers, which is a video that I posted, months back. So if you want to know how to create some really cool civilian Rangers with the civilian heads and Marvel Legend bodies, go ahead and check out that video of mine from months ago. It explains everything I used, everything I did to create those civilian Rangers. And then just for one more quick comparison, here's a G.I. Joe classified figure. Once again, another Hasbro figure. So in line with each other, they go together so great. So if you collect Power Rangers and Marvel and G.I. Joe classified, they all fit together amazingly. So it's really nice when you're able to do that. You can kind of mix and match parts, and you can mix and match weapons, and it just makes collecting and displaying figures that much more fun. So here is our complete in-space team, all 6 Rangers. And yeah, I'm going to go put these guys on my shelf with the rest of my Power Ranger collection, and they look fantastic. So good luck hunting all these down. I hope you're all able to complete your collections soon, and have a good one.